Hello everyone, it's Cheryl from the Corner Library. I just wanted to pop on here for 5 minutes to let you know that there won't be a book recommendation video for today. We will have an uploaded video for you later sometime this week. I'm not sure which day. I'll explain why that's happening. Unfortunately, we have 2 horses left from our herd of horses. One is Darby, who is 31 years of age, and Ella, who is 18 years of age. Ella is absolutely besotted with Darby and will not let him out of her sight. So what happened yesterday, I had to call the vet because Darby was displaying signs of colicking. And any of you who know about horses, or you know that it sends shivers up your spine. Colic and horses, it's just a disaster. I've lost a couple of horses from colic over the years. It is a horrible, horrible event, it's deadly, basically. So we had the vet come out twice yesterday, the last time being at about 11 o'clock last night. She did some internal investigations. She drugged him with sedative and painkiller. We did a flush through with oil and water, and we did all sorts of things, and she did a rectal exam and all of that. And we decided late last night that we would dose him up with painkiller. Hopefully that would then let him walk around a lot more, and then hopefully his belly would start moving. Because there were good signs last night at 11 o'clock. There was one side of the bowel that was moving, whereas it hadn't been earlier in the day, although his heart rate was still up, but he looked to be moving. He was moving around. Unfortunately, what happened was I was with him all day yesterday. We were walking around the paddock to try and get him moving whilst he was on these painkillers. But then the vet decided last night, we made a decision together that we would give him painkiller to last the night. Even though it wasn't looking good, we were a bit hopeful because of these sounds that were happening in the belly, and the fact that he was moving around, and the painkiller had worked during the day. So she was hopeful that was a good sign. And unfortunately, I saw him at 12:30 last night. The vet gave him a painkiller so that I also could have a sleep, because I had been up all day with him, walking around and all of that, and calling vets and things. And unfortunately, I did finally have a sleep in the early hours of this morning. And when I woke up to go and check on him, he had already passed away. So he's 31, it was colic. We knew it was a complication in the colic. We knew that. It wasn't looking good. And we believe he passed away relatively peacefully. Well, we're hoping relatively pain-free. Excuse me. But what has happened, Ella is really besotted with Darby, and he has passed away in the paddock. So I covered him over so that flies didn't get to him, and so that we said our goodbyes so we didn't have to see him, and so that also anybody in the area, any neighbouring property that can see into our paddocks, because it is farmland, so it is fairly open, so that they wouldn't be distressed. But what happened was Ella absolutely just became hysterical because she couldn't see him. And so I took all of the rugs back off him, and she calmed down. When the vet rang this morning to check on Darby, and of course we had to tell her that he passed away, I also had a discussion about Ella, and we discussed the fact that all our animals, when they pass away, they always pass away at home, usually, not always, but usually. We always bring them back home, and we lay their body out for all of the other animals to say their goodbyes. Some of the, the dogs and the cats or whoever are not bothered, and in other times they are, depending on their relationship with that particular animal. So I discussed it with the vet this morning, and she said, look, it's too bad about the neighbours. You're just going to have to let Ella see Darby. And the reason why we have to make sure... Sorry, everyone. I think the camera turned off on its own accord. I don't know why that happened. So Ella... we have to make sure that she's okay so that she doesn't then start colicking, because colic in horses can be brought about by stress, a change in weather, change in feed, all sorts of things. So we really cannot risk her also going into colic. And of course, we are having to monitor her. So I don't have, to be honest, she is our priority at the moment. And of course, we're still grieving the fact that we've lost Darby, but Ella is our priority. So I'm having to take the time to look after her, make sure she drinks and make sure she has feed and make sure that Darby remains uncovered so that she can see him and she stands over him. We have to do that for the next possibly day or two. And so... sorry, everyone, I'm losing my train of thought because it really is a distressing time. So I just don't have the heart in me at the moment or the time. I have the books already ready for recommendation. I've already done that over the last week. I was very excited to bring them all to you, but I just don't have the heart and the happiness in my heart. And I just don't have the time either. All this morning, it's around about midday, Sunday today. All morning I've been out there looking after Ellie. And so the longer the day progresses, it's harder for me to then get the video uploaded anyway. So time and also just what's in our heart, we're feeling very low at the moment. And so if you don't mind, I'm hoping you will wait or be able to wait for some time this week. Look, it could be that, I will have time tomorrow, or that I will feel happier tomorrow, or it may be Tuesday or Wednesday. I promise you I will have a video, book recommendations uploaded for you sometime this week before next Monday. But I just can't do it right now. And I hope you all understand that. It's just a really distressing time at the moment. So, okay, I hope you understand, and I'm sorry to bring that news to you on both counts, the fact that you don't have a book recommendation today and also that we have lost one of the members of our family. And they are, like members of our family. That's how they're treated. I hope you all have a lovely day today, wherever you are in the world. Have your cup of tea and read that novel or read that magazine until next time, sometime this week, when I can get back to you all with a smile and a happier heart. Okay, everyone, take care. Happy reading. Bye for now.